car behind me is Polestar 2. It took me some time to figure out all the features of this car. For example, what I do is kick here to open the trunk. I recently discovered you could open it like this. Your foot underneath. This is the fully loaded model. It's got the dual motor 300 kilowatts, glass roof. It comes with a charger. This portable charger is both level 1 and level 2. A cord that you can change if you're plugging into 240 volts, which is level 2, or if you're plugging into a normal 110 outlet that we have all over the house. You can do both. As long as the key fob's in your pocket, you just pull the door open. Let me show you some of the features in Walmart. They have this temporary tint. It's really dark. At night, you can't even barely see through it. I cut out a little space because I couldn't really see. It allows me to see the people behind me, people's faces. It helps me to be a better driver, I think. Make eye contact with the other drivers. Another trunk pop, you just hold that down for a few seconds and it'll open. Your dimmer self-defense spray, Presidia gel, which isn't pepper spray. If you get it on yourself, I have a deactivator spray that you can stop the burning. Child safety locks, mirror adjustments, seat memory. I always keep cameras around. You never know when you want to get a good shot. Door cell, fully loaded. It has every option available. Lumbar, you can move it up and down and make it bigger. Material is really nice. It's not leather, which I actually like this better than leather. Lacquerish plastic that nobody really likes. Hardly any of it. So it's really easy to keep clean. Towel right down here. I'm gonna make it look nice. So this is what I use to do Lyft. If you wanna see videos about me using this car for Lyft, I'm gonna be posting, so you know what to do. Stay tuned. The block view camera installed on the glass roof. The front camera pointed back at my passengers so I can get better resolution. On the front camera here. I'm plugged into a level 1 charger. I'm only getting 12 amps at 112 volts, 2 miles per hour. Charged, it says I get 250 miles. The front wheel drive 171 kilowatt version, I think. That one will go 270 miles. I'm always prepared. Snacks for my airport passengers. Airlines don't give you much these days. It's a little bit better than pretzels, I think. One of the great features of this car that everybody loves is this tablet. Integrated Google Maps. Android tablet, essentially. Put your Google password in here. I never use my phone when I'm in the car. Everything I would need from my phone in this tablet. It'll take you to charging station, how fast the chargers are. So if you're trying to find a very fast charger, it'll say very fast here. Volta charging stations around LA. These are all free. The car's capable of 150,000 watt charging. Really want to find the ones that say very fast. If you're just trying to tap off, you're already at 60-70%. Even 50,000 watts will do. You really only get 150,000 watts when the battery is low, like 20%, 10%. Tablet here really helps me negotiate the traffic. It's pretty responsive. Downtown, like this area right here, practically stopped. Avoid traffic and deny trips that aren't going to make me much money. Only one cup holder. This one will take a mug. Have to leave this open to use this cup holder. This also comes out if you want to remove it. If you are putting a mug in here, you can then close it. Keep your coffee hot. Now it's getting 3 miles per hour charge. If I leave this plugged into the 110 outlet, I'll get about 15% more charge. Lighting in this car is really great. Hit that button, it turns on these lights over in the back too. It helps passengers find what they're looking for, be able to get their seatbelt buckled. Annoying, the only 12 volt connector is back here. I had to run the cable up through into the back, get power to my dash camera. Here is where you can go into the settings, set up your one pedal driving. I turn off creep so that when you let off the gas pedal, the car just stops and it doesn't move forward. Adjust the steering feel. To drive itself, it'll handle lane centering and adaptive cruise, but you do need to turn that on right here. Default is cruise control. You need to turn on adaptive cruise. While you're driving, this button to turn on the adaptive cruise, if you want it to lane center, you hit this side arrow. It also does collision avoidance, vibrating if you're coming out of the lane and actually push you back into the lane without self-driving on. I call it self-driving, but it's actually called pilot assist. This car qualifies for Lux. When I do pick up Lux passengers, some treats in the back. Passengers rarely take them. It shows that above and beyond service.
Bye, thank you so much.
The glove box has this. I find this a great place to put my iPad. You don't have to pick up very many passengers for this floor mat to get really dirty. A pocket. I pick up Tesla owners all the time, and they are shocked at how smooth this car is, and how nice the materials are, and how quiet it is. You're cruising down the road with all the windows up. It's really quiet in the cabin. Set your charging. If you only want it to charge to 80%, I set it for 100. I don't want to have to stop and charge. Set how many amps. This is for level 2 charging, the amperage. More tab, you can go to car status, make sure that everything's okay. Oh, here I have 2 warnings. Tire pressure monitoring. Front left tire. I checked the pressure and it's fine. So I'm not sure why that warning is coming up. Service, 669 days for my next service. 10,000 miles, that's for the tire rotation. You pretty much only need to rotate the tire. Wired Apple CarPlay and Android. This is for the fast track carpool lanes. Throw it up on the dash if I need it. Big battery, because I don't want to use the car. This solar battery is really great. It charges up quickly for my passengers to charge their phones. One of my favorite things about this car is how you get it into gear. Jump in the car, push on the brake, pull back, and you can immediately go forward. You don't have to turn the car on. 3-point turns and stuff. Go forward. Now you're in reverse. Go back. Now you're going forward. I've never had a car that I can park and move around and do 3-point turns as fast as this car. Go into park, you hit that. If you want to turn off the vehicle, go into the more screen, and then power off is right there. Apps that are available for download. You have Google Play there. Here's how you get to the climate control. On a lot of the screens, you're gonna have this climate control right here and you hit that. At first it's annoying, but once you get the muscle memory, it'll be really easy for you. On any screen, you push there and your climate bar will come up. Once you turn on climate is when you can start adjusting things. You have defrosters here, but it blows the fan really hard. Turn on the top vents. Turn on AC, make the defroster whatever fan speed I want. Volume knob is really great. Something that was weird to me is there's no radio. There is FM, but I don't use it. A YouTube music app, which I had to download, and iHeartRadio. I can put on stations from all over, stations that I had saved, and I just hit something and it'll start playing. You also have volume here. You even change stations like this. When you're done charging, you hit this button. You can also unlock it from the inside, and then the charger can come out. Once this turns green, you know that it's charging. Open the front. A little lever there. Minimal space here. This comes out. Tow hook and air pressure inflator. Probably some flat repair stuff. This is the 240 volt cable if you want to switch it out. I'm using the 110 cable right. It's kind of annoying to get in and out of here, so I pretty much never use the front. People don't know, this is adjustable. There's a little thing here and you can move this part in and out. I don't like about the car is how little space you have. It's like you're a fighter pilot. There's nothing to cover this roof. The sun's shining right there. And it is hot in here. It would be nice if there was some way to cover it. My passengers, this is their favorite feature of this car. Unlike the Tesla, it does have the little handles all around. Go to reverse, you go forward. Now it's in reverse. If you want to see what's around the car, and also this fisheye is really great. If somebody's about to cross behind the car, you could see them coming from pretty far. If you want to see what's around the car, you hit this 360 right there. And notice how it wasn't there at first. Touch the screen and then that 360 button will pop up. Now I can see all around the car. And as I move, I can see if I'm going to hit anything. You have to do a lot of fast charging. The 110's only getting me 30 miles a day. The best rates are at EVgo chargers. I really like the Electrify America chargers. Between midnight and 8 a.m. I can get the best rates at EVgo chargers. I'm only paying 24 cents a kilowatt hour. The fact that it has normal handles is pretty good. Very intuitive for your passengers. Recently had a double blowout on the other side and I got a new set of rubber. And since this car is 4-wheel drive, I had to get all 4 new tires. Feels better, it's even quieter. You do need to have the key fob in your pocket for that to work. Little divider so that things don't move around. Drive the way I do, things do move around. False floor where you can put Reese's. Hopefully they don't melt. My favorite ice cream, Talente Madagascar Vanilla Bean. And my favorite drink, Spindrifts. Lyft light is really great because people can spot that I'm a Lyft car at night. Thank you to the rideshare professor for hooking me up with that light. At night, the ambient lighting in here is incredible. The lower level models, they have this weird checker pattern that I don't really like. Harman Kardon system, really great bass. It does get pretty loud, hardly any distortion with tons of bass. Google, Philippe's the original.
Sure, I'm setting your destination to Philippe the Original.
Philippe's is the oldest restaurant in Los Angeles. They say where the French dip was invented. It's gonna take 42 minutes. It's like on a tablet, do everything you would do. You could even ask translations and questions. You know you're gonna take about 70 kilowatts because you're totally empty. You wanna know what that's gonna cost you? Google, what's 31 times 70?
31 times 70 is 2,170.
So now I know at 31 cents a kilowatt hour what 70 kilowatt hours is going to cost me. $21.70, which is going to get you 250 miles. Think about how much this is costing. It's costing you about the same as putting gas in a Prius, getting a more comfortable car that's really fast. This is the fastest car that I've ever driven. Prior to this, the fastest car I've ever driven, Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. Below 110 miles an hour, this thing's faster. Supposedly this car can go 155 miles an hour. Larger or taller people, getting in this back seat is a pain in the ass. You should see people struggle. For me, it's fine. I'm comfortable back here, plenty of headroom. Seat warmers with 3 different levels of heat, 2 USB-Cs. These vents don't blow very much air, and it's kind of cool though how they look like flasks and they're adjustable. It was kind of annoying. I had to buy an iPhone cable for my passengers. It does not have any USB-A. A couple years from now, that's probably what you're gonna want. People like, there's a little emblem here and it reflects up onto the glass. Yeah, you could see that. When you turn those on and they progressively turn on and dim, people love that. They love it. Keep an eye out for a video I'm posting soon. I get the Polestar 2 to drive itself using adaptive cruise control and lane centering.